Hello and welcome to Chad and Cherry Surf Music Review. I'm Chad Shivers.
I'm Cherry.
We are back again, this time with the Jagaloons' Forbidden Words, their latest 12-inch recording on Taboo Recordings, which is a subsidiary of House of Taboo. They do Exotic and Modern Magazine, a Tiki magazine, and then Reverb International magazine as well. So this is a trio, surf trio from Albany, New York. We have a history with them. We've actually reviewed several of their records,
yeah.
And they played a Southern Surf Stomp Fest. I think
yes.
Our last Southern Surf Stomp Fest, I believe.
2 years ago.
A little longer, yeah. Because 2 years ago was at the new location.
3 years ago.
3 years
I
ago,
don't know. It all runs together.
Something like that. And they killed.
They did.
Absolutely
they were great.
killed. So yeah, we're happy to be back with this record, and let's get started. So we're gonna start with the first track. Oh, show off that pretty vinyl. I love this vinyl, y'all. It's such a pretty color, and the eyeball is super cool with illustration, and the cover and back by the legendary Stephen Bleckenstaff, which you may know from the Cramps' Bad Music for Bad People fame. He also plays in the Atomic Mosquitoes, and I think Killers from Space. All right, this first track is Disco Volante.
And what are we drinking?
We are drinking Headhunters, which was a recommendation from Kurt from Jagaloons, because I was like, I don't know what the drink's gonna be yet. And he was like, how about Headhunters? So there you go.
Makes sense.
Cheers. And Kurt, that is a stiff.
Tasty.
It's a stiff drink, my man. Very good though. Oh, sorry, bucking your view, y'all. Meaty.
Got like a driving bass in the background.
Oh yeah, I freaking love that bass player too, man. He's so great. The whole band's really top notch. And Cherry, I was listening to, I kind of had it in the back of my head because I hadn't listened to. Sorry, break down really cool. I hadn't listened to Ruin the Party in a while, so I listened to it on the way to work this morning. Because I was like, I think that they've improved a lot since that record. And sure enough, absolutely. I feel like, yeah, well, I feel like they started out with kind of more of a riffy kind of vibe, like kind of more in that like Manor Astroman type vein. And they've really come up with like singable melodies, memorable melodies. And it's funny, Jay, which you might have met on the show before, our son, he's been singing along to it as well. Like a lot. I asked him if he wanted to do.
We were this close to getting him to do the video with us.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
Love that tremolo. So, right out of the gate, it's strong, super strong, kind of a sadder, dark, almost European melody. You know, very surf, but very modern as well, I think. Yeah, like I said, just really singable melodies. I love the organ in the background. They use that quite a bit on the record, but it's not over the top. And I think it's because they had a B3 in the studio, a B3 organ in the studio, and he was like, I'm going to use this
Yeah,
thing. So,
why not?
Yeah. I love, it's a great recording, super crisp, super clean. I do wish, however, that there were a little bit more fire on the guitar or something. I'm not really sure. It feels like it's missing like this like drive, either more reverb, some sort of distortion, some sort of drive, or a little bit more reverb. So I'm not really sure what the case is there, but it's a great sounding recording regardless. Very, very clean, very nice, and does the songs justice, I think. So, Cherry, what are your thoughts, at least on that opening track there?
Great way to start an album. I know there's a couple of tracks coming up. I don't know if we'll actually touch on it or not. I did not write down names of songs, but that are like really, really singable, like what Chad was saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you just kind of want to hum along with the song.
Like this.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry about the singing at you folks. So, all right, let's get to the next track, which I think is track 5, Cherry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The unfortunately named Soggy Bottoms. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. Okay, so I think that's the end of
Yeah.
that's the end of the title track, Forbidden Words. So this is Soggy Bottoms.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that you just want to sing along with.
This one wasn't even necessarily on my radar, but Cherry was like bouncing around at the dinner table as we were listening one night, so I was like, oh, we have to play this one.
In my head, there's like hand clappings, you
Maybe
know,
there is.
like there's a little toy, a little percussive toy in the background.
I think that is in there.
Yeah, that's it.
The gyro, what is that called?
I don't know. It's like a
Gyro?
washboard thing. That's called.
Kurt, your tremolo sounds great, man. I want to know what that is. I love that you pick up on these like extra things that I have no idea. Like the last video was the
Double bass.
yeah, we did that Lost Jaguars record. Oh, this is so great. So lyrical and pretty. That meaty bass line underneath.
Is there theremin in this as well? Like, or maybe like one of those slide keyboard.
Like electro theremin, whatever it's called. I don't know. Again, Jags, you'll have to let us know in the comment section. Yeah, I like this one. It has this kind of like, I don't know, almost like a spy or a groovy 60s kind of vibe to it.
It is the sequence of like James Bond taking the hot girl out to dinner, like driving up in the Maserati or whatever, and he's like opening the door and they're like going into dinner. That's this song right here. That's what I see.
Super cool.
So,
Definitely has that vibe.
yeah.
That really nice, real classy, real classy kind of spy, groovy, 60s go-go.
Yeah.
I like my Headhunter.
Kind of goes out with like that theremin sustain or something. I don't know.
I like my Headhunter shaken monster.
Yes.
All right. So let's get into who the Jags are. So the Jags are Jeff Kelly on drums, Kurt Stegman. I don't know if I'm saying your last name, Kurt. I'm sorry.
That's how I say
That
it.
does sound like theremin there. On guitar, and Josh Welf on bass. Once again, at Stompfest, Josh had the crowd like rolling. He was like kind of abrasive, but in a really playful kind of way. I think he was like talking smack about sports teams or something. This was recorded and mixed by Brett Porter at White Lake Studios. Produced by the Jags and Brett Porter. Mastered by Dave Klein at Dave Klein Recording. We love Dave around here. Oh, and so the Hammond B3 and additional keyboards by Jeff Kelly, the drummer. So that's really cool. Artwork by Stephen Blickenstaff, like we said earlier, designed by Kurt Stegman. And there are a couple of choice covers on here as well. There's Red Sunrise from Space Cossacks, which is one of my all-time favorite bands, and Vacation, the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
It's a really great rendition. We're not going to touch on it, but they always choose some pretty cool covers for their records. So, all right, let's flip this over, Cherry. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that one's called "Don't Bother Me." I was kind of hoping when I first saw that track list that it was that weird Damned song, "Don't Bother Me." I think it's a Captain Sensible, but it's not. See? Be My Baby intro.
Be My Baby intro. Yep. I didn't realize how prominent that Be My Baby intro or drum beat was in music history until our group, we have a music league group, we did a Be My Baby drum beat round, and I'm like, I had no clue there were that many songs.
And this is one of them. Oh man, okay. This one might be my favorite track on the record. I hear it changes, but it all sounds like one cohesive thing. That intro, of course, we already said was the Be My Baby, classic Hal Blaine kind of, vibe, Wrecking Crew vibes. And then it goes in, this part totally reminds me of Pixies. I could totally hear Frank Black singing that.
Sure.
And then this part sounds like Elvis Costello. I could totally hear Elvis Costello singing this melody.
You have that human
Staccato.
organ in the background too,
Yeah.
that he has in a lot of his songs.
Yeah, totally. Great descending walk down there. Wonderful. I love it. So, so the next track we're actually going to hear is a little bit of that cover of the Vacation. And we'll let that roll out while we're chatting, doing a wrap up here. But speaking of Vacation, you can catch these guys at the Surfer Joe Summer Festival in Livorno, Italy in June. So go ahead and grab your tickets.
That's awesome.
We'll have a link to that in the description. I am so stoked for those guys and so proud for those guys. It's going to be such a great experience. And there's a ton of great bands playing. As always, a lot of European bands that we don't necessarily get over here, which is neat. It's neat to see a different side of the same coin. So yeah, love the record. Great songs, lots of variety. We covered a lot, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a heavy, deeper, darker, melodic European style intro at the beginning. That Sexy Spy kind of tune, and then that kind of almost a power poppy
It is poppy.
track, and then some choice covers like this, and there is still, like the first track on this side is like a Manor Astromanny type thing, but that's the only one on here. So yeah, really, really cool, guys. Really well done. Really well executed. Once again, I love the cover art. I love the final record. It's great to see House of Taboo or Taboo Recordings putting out some great releases. They've done The Best of the Madeira, Lords of Atlantis, several others that I can't remember right now, but really, really
great.
killing it. Yeah, Kitten and the Tonics, they did those 7 inches, which I got to see them out in Texas when we played up there, and that was really cool. So yeah, lots of great stuff. So many, what a great time to be alive with surf music. I say it every video, I think, but it's true. So yeah, I think I've probably gone on long enough.
Yeah.
Anything we haven't covered?
We didn't touch on one of our sponsors.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Who are our sponsors? We actually have 2 sponsors.
Yeah.
So who are our sponsors?
One that we've been neglecting, we really need to get on it.
I'm
is
sorry,
the
Matthew.
Colorado Fanzine.
Colorado Instrumental
Fanzine. Next video, promise. It's happening.
It's just really hard because
we fall asleep when we read, and it's just taking us a long time to get through these magazines.
Well, like, we've already read through them, but we want to read through it again and take some notes and things like that.
Yes,
and
they're very good. Y'all, I can't with the reading. It makes me fall asleep. It's like the best, but also the worst when you're trying to prep for a.
So Colorado Instrumental Fanzine is basically a love letter to surf music from Matthew Clark, who lived in Colorado, obviously, and it's fantastic. He's getting some heavy hitters for his interviews and covers and things like that.
Yeah, great. They're really interesting too. The interviews are very in depth. Interesting characters. Man, some of these guys he talks to. But yeah, anyway, so we look forward to actually reviewing them with you guys.
Yeah, we've done the first issue, but we're going to do 2 or 3 joint and then 4 separate.
Yeah.
The last 2 have come with 7 inches, which are awesome. The Desert Undertones came with 3, I believe, and then which I love. I love the Desert Undertones so much. And then the last one came with the King Pelican Chris Barfield collaboration, which is really cool. Who again I also got to see in Texas, so very cool. And then what's our other sponsor, Cherry?
Surf Guitar 101.
Surf Guitar 101. So we're talking about Surfer Joe in Italy, and now we're way on the other side in SoCal. So go to
kind of fast, y'all.
Yeah, I think it's the website. We'll have a link in the description. I think it's surfguitar101festival.com or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 months out.
Less than that, right? 2.5, and
something like that.
So I'll be out there. So please, if you recognize me or whatever, come say hi. And Cherry unfortunately will not be there, but she will be at the Surf by Surf West in Seattle, Washington. So if you happen to be at that, come say hi to Cherry, because Cherry hasn't really made a lot of appearances other than Stompfest. And have you done any other? No, not really. So
Surfer Joe,
just for a little while, yeah. But I don't think people over there watch our videos quite as much as they do over here. So yeah, please support Colorado Instrumental Fanzine, and we'll have a link in the description, and the Surf Guitar 101 Festival, link in the description. The Jags, of course, House of Taboo, and I think I pretty much covered everybody. So thanks, Jags, so much. You guys have been such a great support of the show, and we really appreciate sending us stuff, you know. I think maybe early on, I think they might have sent Ruin the Party. So
great on Facebook too.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys so much, and we hope that wherever you are in the world, that you're happy, healthy, and safe. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, perfect timing.